Good evening and thank you for joining us. As our headline is saying there, last year this time people were actually golfing, weren't they?
I know. It is disappointing. It is hard to take, and I have a brand new pair of golf spikes that I have been dying to crack out of my closet.
Can't wait to see those.
Yeah, they're impressive. You will like them, but unfortunately what I don't like right now is this weather situation, because it is, as mentioned there, keeping us off the link. So we got to keep our fingers crossed, Gerard. Come on, work your magic here.
Yeah,
work my magic.
What the damage is, Gerard.
It's coming. You ready to hear the damage?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
All right, okay. Actually, no, before I get to that, I took a picture this afternoon of snow piled up against, well, you could actually see the height where the snow used to be. And you can see it's just below one of those pine trees on 49th Street. And you're seeing like where the grass is. You're seeing just how high the snow is in relation to what has melted off and what is still to melt off.
Same time every year.
So eventually it's going to get to that. We'll be on the fairways teeing off.
Hopefully.
Let's see what it's looking like right about now. We got to our highest temperature today of +7 just at around 3 o'clock. Right now we've dropped off 1. We're at 6, 44% humidity. The wind's out of the west at 11 kilometers an hour and no wind chill to write home about. In the Lakeland region, you're looking at 9 with some more cloud cover as well. And in the Battlefords, we're looking at +8 and lots of blue sky and sunshine. What's happening in terms of later on, we'll chat about it in our second installment. Jacob, it's back to you.
As Lloydminster continues to grow, many businesses are expanding to accommodate increased demand. Construction on the new ATCO Electric Operations Centre began last September, and earlier this afternoon, new plans were unveiled for the energy-efficient building. Jenna Bridges has the details.
The new 62,000 square foot facility will centralize the close to 90 employees who currently work in 3 different locations across Lloydminster. ATCO provides service to roughly more than 100,000 customers in the region.
The construction side and the service operations side, it's going to be able to pull all of our construction people into one facility, again, just to help with the efficiency and the effectiveness of delivering that service to residents.
Anytime you have a large concentration of expert resources available and they live in your community, service is going to go up.
The building is also being designed to be as energy efficient as possible. Features like a high-performance heating and ventilation system, solar hot water panels, and triple-glazed windows will hopefully reduce ATCO's energy footprint by as much as 55%.
Obviously, if you're in the energy business, you have to be energy aware, energy efficient, and they're leading by example. We should applaud them.
We'll be able to actually introduce some new positions that we haven't had here locally in Lloydminster that will just help us improve our service delivery to customers.
The new building will be in the Hill 6 subdivision, and ATCO hopes the new operations center is fully functioning early 2012.
Again, starts to help our brand, right? We're not just out in the country or rural or just building to sustain. We're actually building now with future vision, and we're doing the things that mainstream Canada is doing.
Jenna Bridges, Newcap News.
Recycling programs across Saskatchewan are getting a major financial boost again this year. Jack Haskins tells us why the government is pouring over $1 million into recycling initiatives across the province.
This is the 3rd year the Saskatchewan government has chipped in to support municipal recycling programs.
Well, funding is very important. They give us so much a ton for all the paper and cardboards that we recycle, and without that, taxpayers would be paying more money to keep the program running. So,
a total of $1.25 million from the province's Go Green Fund will be pumped into keeping recycling programs afloat.
It's costing us $140 or $150 a ton to recycle all of our products. At the end of the day, if we get 120 back from cardboard, that means that we're running $30 short a ton. So with that funding, it actually helps top that up so that we actually can, run closer to breaking even.
Lloydminster is expected to see around $60,000 in funding this year. However, it's the smaller communities' recycling programs that benefit the greatest from this initiative.
Without that Go Green Fund, there would be a lot of smaller communities that wouldn't do the recycling because they are relying on getting something back for that commodity. And if that price isn't high enough, they're losing money every day. So then they'd go out of business.
There is no word yet as to whether or not the funding will take place again next year, but it seems apparent that the money is needed in order to keep recyclable products out of landfills. Jack Haskins, Newcap News.
The Green Party candidate for Vegreville Wainwright, William Munsey, was in Lloydminster and surrounding areas spreading his party's platform for the upcoming federal election. Munsey cites voter apathy, trust in government, and health care as the main concerns he's hearing from constituents in the region. He thinks it's important that the government is held accountable at all levels.
We would be better served as Canadians if we held the people we support accountable for their choices and their behavior. I think we would be better served, and I would like to make this election about that.
Munsey is a berry farmer as well as a locomotive engineer and strongly stands behind the party's belief in building communities around children and families, not cars.
I'm committed to local solutions. I'm committed to local communities. I'm committed to the revitalization of rural Alberta, to livable communities where we don't have to drive to the city to get what we want, but where life can happen right here.
Munsey will continue to tour the area and encourages any residents to contact him with questions or concerns at the Green Party of Canada's website. Well, it's become an old joke that on the internet, nobody knows who you are. But that fact has some sinister undertones when you consider how many fraud artists are targeting people using dating websites. That story and more coming up after the break.